Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. I guess let's go to the museum. Basically, I just don't want to go to the hardware store until I've thoroughly explored this area. Someone has set up a little lakeside refreshment stand here. Although from its abandoned state, it doesn't look like there's been much refreshing going on in a while. Also, depending on when you get this random encounter, it might not be particularly near the lake. Maybe that's why. There's a meat-operated red cola cooler here, though, which still looks to be in working order. Sure, I'll buy a soda. You drop your meat into the slot and turn the crank. The door pops open, granting access to your prize, such as it is. It's a shame the war prompted the big soda companies to start putting their drinks in cheap tin cans instead of the nice glass bottles they used to use. This is much better that way. Red cola. Oh, nice. I broke even. What's the cola do? Max HP by 5. Wait. The village of Sandwich was home to a terrifying witch cult until all the inhabitants were convicted and executed in witch trials in 1692. The village stood empty and uninhabited for hundreds of years. Come explore the town and learn more. Oh. This house was residence of the Danforth family. Step inside to learn more. Shelves laden with identical jars of off-white stuff. The Danforth residence has been converted into a gift shop for your convenience. Why not take home a jar of the sandwich cream? Oh, that's... I needed that for the recipe. That was the village's chief export besides witchcraft. A black cat is staring glumly at an empty dish labeled Hecate. Okay, well I need sandwich cream. Special piece of papers for making rubbings. Okay, sure. Do you want... Oh! You fill the dish with the thick cream and Hecate starts going to town on. New cat unlocked. You can now pet Hecate to receive a boon. Pet her now. I wish I could see what they do. You know what? I'm just gonna look it up because I like the boon the cat from the dreams gives you. Let's see, Hecate's boon. 3 hot armor. Okay, I don't want that. Keep my current boon. Let me get another sandwich cream, please. Putnam House, which partially burned down under extremely witchy circumstances. This trowel may have been used to bathe human sacrifices before the ceremony. We don't have evidence of that, but it seems possible. This is a horse trowel. Actually, it's a water trowel. I don't know why I said that other thing just now. West of Loathing. Saddle shoes. Cheese loaf. Hey, that was from the beginning of the game, right? False cheese. What? Stench armor by 3. Moxie by 1. Ride the ground like a horse. That's just dragon ass. Why is that? That's you got butt scooting boogie like a dog. Oh. Everything in this house was destroyed by a fire except these 2 objects, which were found concealed in a metal box. Antique ragdoll. This ragdoll has a bunch of old pins and needles stuck into it, and for some reason the word boring embroidered across its front. The little plaque on the front says the plinth says witches frequently use special dolls called poppets to curse their enemies. This one was apparently made to target a Mrs. or Miss Boring, though no one of that name is listed in the town records. And then in tiny text at the bottom of the plaque, the pins were not found with the poppet, but were added for demonstration purposes. Oh. appears to be someone's diary. Oh yeah, the little description on the front of the plinth says Diary of Delia Putnam, so that confirms it. Mostly it doesn't look interesting enough to be worth deciphering the archaic handwriting and spelling, so you flip ahead to the last page. 6th of March, 1692. I hate that Peter Proctor so much. He thinks he can just go around being as mean as he wants to everybody just because he has lots of money and lives in a big house and all. I should have used a much stronger curse. It would have been worth the trouble. Security guard's keeping a close eye on things in here, which honestly isn't very difficult since there's only 2. Hi there. Hello, welcome to Putnam House. Please don't touch the exhibits. Excuse me, dude. Sorry, sir. I just get paid to stand here and keep an eye on things. I don't actually know anything about the exhibits. Oh, I guess that won't work. Oh, fish. 20 meat. Just stealing someone's wishes. Witches and wishes. Okay. Sandwich's Church also served as an ersatz town hall, courtroom, racquetball court, and dark sorcery place. I haven't actually seen much evidence of sorcery besides the doll thing. And the curse, I guess. In 1692, the inhabitants of Sandwich were executed in the witch trials that were popular at the time, as evidenced by this old signpost announcing one such trial. Today is the trial of Patricia Williams, who stands accused. The rest of the sign is too weathered and decayed to read. The altar where the town's witches performed their horrifying sacrifices. Note the bloodstains. An old and dilapidated church altar. There are some brown splotches in the corner that could possibly be bloodstains. Anything cool in the pews? No? A lot of dates I can look up later, I guess. Nice gazebo. The sign reads, Sandwich Gazebo, vagrants not welcome. That's not very friendly. There's a little cemetery behind the church. The wealthy Proctor family owned the biggest and most conveniently toilet-adjacent house in the village. Oh no. Traces of strange plant matter in these tubs prove that they were used for brewing all kinds of horrible potions. You look in the tubs, but don't see any identifiable traces of plant matter. I guess you'll take the sign's word for it. Okay, those aren't the toilets. This chessboard has clearly been left out on display as an allegory for the battle between good and evil. Black is winning, representing a warning for all good-hearted people to be vigilant against the encroaching forces of darkness. These dried fronds are of no historical significance. You're not fond of this plant. This Aras appears to depict several important ancestors of the Proctor family line, though due to the low resolution of the embroidery used at the time, it's impossible to discern exactly who. It has been pointed out to us that this Aras is unlikely to have been manufactured in the capital of Pas-de-Calais, Department of Northern France, and therefore is merely a sparkling tapestry. Oh. Technicalities. There's no plaque on this table, which must have always been this boring. According to county records, these were the most expensive stairs in the county. They go up a full 1.5 floors. 1.5? The upstairs rooms are off limits while we catalog the contents. Please pardon our dust. This bedroom was traditionally given to servants as it was felt by the Proctors that it would be less of a tragedy if they got up in the middle of the night and fell down the stairwell. Oh yeah, that is just... Huh. The stairs could go pat... Okay. Mrs. Proctor's bedroom is especially off limits while we figure out how to deal with the strange mold we found behind the wallpaper. Mr. Proctor's bedroom, home to the county's most extensive collection of cravats. This was the bedroom of Peter Proctor, the only child of Nicholas and Abigail Proctor. This was the Proctor spare room, where they kept spares of all the expensive things they owned. This room is not a part of the tour and is also not part of the house. What? That's so weird. Alright, and a cemetery? Oh, well, let's look at the toilets first. Sandwich boasted the county's very first tripartite outhouse. Please do not attempt to use it. It is very old. A more modern convenience has been provided for your modern convenience. Avail yourself to it. No, all 3 doors go to the same place. This facility has 3 sinks, and this is one of them. Flush the toilet. 25. Okay, so that compounds with every toilet you find. And then I need salty fishing rod. Ugh. Sodden tricorn hat. Ooh. Moxie and hot armor. Okay. This is the kind of hat they used to fish out of toilets during the Revolutionary War. Cemetery. Is this like the cemetery in West of Loathing with the crazy puzzle? Welcome to Sandwich Cemetery. Please be respectful of the graves. Also check out how many of them were terrifying witches who were executed in the witch trials of 1692. Peter B. Proctor. He was a duty head until the very end. Beatrice Proctor. Abigail. Alicia. Nicholas Proctor. 1656. What the heck? He lived to be 230 years old? Proctor, our town founder. 1582. Ooh. Hollow tombstone, possible treasure. You check inside the stone and there's indeed some treasure. Satchel's lucky hat. Ooh, meat drops bonus. Thing is a solid gold hat band, and there's a tag inside that says property of Satchel Duggins. But help yourself if you find it in a hollow tombstone or something. Putnam. Oh wait. Eldritch Mist. Danforth. Not a lot of non-rich people tombstones back here, it seems. Okay, let's head back to Ocean City. Where was the... It was in the... Was it Snackle Mills? I think it was Snackle Mills. Oh, more stuff. What's my experience looking like? 136. Almost there. This was it, right? Ah, dough baby. Carefully follow the recipe and whip up a little dough baby. Give it a name. Oh, little Thomas is just fine. Yay there, little Thomas. Muscle tube on. Okay, so it heals its owner. You made a friend. Let's roll with little Thomas for a while. And I guess let's go to Plunkett Street just to see if there's anything I can look up with those multitudes of dates. Wait, nothing hovers toward you. I mean, something hovers toward you, but that something is literally nothing. Let me try that again. A thing that appears to be a hole in physical space, the opposite of not just matter, but of existence, hovers toward you. Through it, you can see the faint twinkling lights of ancient dying stars, and the black smoke drifting out of it appears to be more of itself. More nothingness, or perhaps anti-thingness leaking into this world. Is that a better description? I think all it'll have to do. Oh, here comes another one. Ooh. Well, they don't have a lot of health, so there's that. Look at the dough baby. Ooh. You won! The orbs dissolve in the black smoke and, I don't know, angst probably. Weird. Oh, I didn't even think about it. Is there an order to the stores? Like you want to have a certain combination like in West of Loathing? No. Oh, I guess none of those dates were important enough. Okay, back to the lake. Let's wander. A squirrel chatters angrily at you from a nearby hollow tree, presumably trying to scare you away from its stash. A real tactical mistake on its part, since now you know where its stash is. It scampers away as you peer into the hole. You find not just the expected nuts, but also several wallets. Oh, has this squirrel been mugging hikers? Maybe you should get out of here before it comes back with a knife. An old smoldering tree stump off the side of the road. On a moldering, you see a glowing mushroom. There's only one reason a mushroom like that would be glowing, and that reason starts with M and ends with Agic. Ooh, glowing ooze. I can make the nuclear bomb if I want. You're walking down a dirt road towards your destination. You catch a whiff of dog food. You turn your head towards the source, which turns out to be a pet store. Okay. It's one of those boxes full of bees. The bee box, you think it's called. Smart of Greta to sell compassionate pets instead of indifferent ones. A scrawny looking cat is sleeping here. Hello there, welcome to Greta's Compassionate Pet Store. I'm Greta. Hi Greta, I'm Boss. Can I ask you a question? Of course. Where are all the pets? Oh, they're out back. In cages? No, in the woods. I see. What stops them from leaving? Compassion. Okay, what pets do you have for sale? Well, I've got this snake available for adoption. I've also got one giant mosquito left in stock. Tell me about the snake? Oh, you can't go wrong with the world's most dangerous rope. This guy will totally fill your enemies up with poison. Just 150 meat. Sure. I just need to give you... Oh, it's an actual... Oops. How do I undo? Slithery D? Thanks, Greta. Anything else? Giant mosquito. Hey, now don't knock it. A mosquito is great to have on your side in a fight. Not only can they suck the blood out of stuff, they can also pump that blood into you to heal you. Mathematically speaking, that's twice the power. Mere 150 meat, sure. Now just give it a name. Buzz is fine. Buzz a mosquito. Thanks, Greta. Anything else? I'm out of pets. I guess that's fortunate for the pets, though. What do you feed these? Oh, you don't have to worry about regular food. They'll graze or scavenge for whatever. They're very resourceful. That's certainly convenient. If you want to soup them up a bit, though, make them really beefy. I sell some specially formulated familiar chow. I'm a bit uncomfortable with the use of words like soup and beef in a pet store, but okay. Tell me about the pet chow. 3 bags. Sure. She said she has 3, so I'll just buy all 3. It's a chunk of my money, but... Okay. Familiar chow. Oh, okay, so that's like leveling them up. I'll save that for if I get a familiar I really like. Applies poison to a random enemy. Bites enemy for physical damage, then heals you. Wow, that thing has high stats. Sure. We'll roll with Buzz for a while. Good farms are hard to find. The radio's tuned to the wind chime station. Better leave this alone. Can't do anything with the cat? Okay, well this was cool. I got more. I just got the dough, baby. A huge rotten log is blocking your path through the woods. I mean, well, not blocking per se, it's just a log. It isn't infinitely long or anything. You can just go around it. It just, you know, interrupted you? You know what I mean. Anyway, there's a big rotten log here. Investigate it. You go around to the other side of the log and discover what the shadier, damper side of it is covered with big, weird mushrooms. Neat! Or gross, depending on how you feel about mushrooms. Fragrant spores. An oddly rectangular brown rock catches your attention, and a closer inspection turns out to be completely rusted and partially sunk into the ground. Old pre-war soda cooler. Though someone fitted a meat-operated lock onto the door at some point. Due to the rust, you can't tell what brand it is. It was. Heck, you can't even tell if there's any sodas left in it. Rusty cola can. A raccoon skeleton. Okay. Oh, blue cola. Okay, so this is just like the other one. Okay, so now I have a red cola and a blue cola and a rusty cola. You hear raised voices and sounds of a commotion nearby and head in that direction to check it out. As you get nearer, the voices become clearer. Someone's yelling for help. You can pick up the pace and soon find a small glade in the middle of the woods, filled with odd little structures and large, beautifully colored butterflies. Something feels a bit off about the whole scene, though. So instead of rushing in, you crouch in the bushes and creep around the perimeter, looking for the source of the yelling. One group of the butterflies is nearer to the bushes than the others, and as you get closer to them, you can see that they have little human bodies. They're fairies! Wow, real fairies, just like in the, you know, fairy tales. They seem to be giggling maniacally about something. I think we ought to mess with them, Mike. They're creepy. Oh, shut up, Jim. I ain't afraid of some weird butterflies. That sounded uncannily like regular-sized human voices. Weird. Are they mimics or like parrots? Hey, get off of my ear, you little varmint. What the? Ah, my eye, my eye. Get it off of me. Huh, they always seem much nicer in the bedtime stories. Okay, fairy lair. The This mess of twigs and sap is a fairy nest. I got a fairy. You fumble blindly in the nest and find a knife. You pull the knife out of your hand flesh and stick it in your pocket. Causes target to bleed. It's a combat item. These fairies put up their tiny dukes as you approach. Wow, does a lot of damage. Okay. So I guess we'll just do the rounds. They have tiny little knives. Oh, that one has a lot of health. And that one's dead from the poison. Fairy Skull 1, Fairy Cake, 13 experience. You show those fairies who's bigger and tougher than a fairy. Ooh! Mysticality plus 3 spooky damage. Okay, I can roll with that. Another fairy nest. Dig around in it. This nest contains nothing but garbage and a mousetrap which snaps shut on your hand. Hand injury. Wait. Oh, it's not a... It's a thing. Oh, I have enough... Oh, but maybe I should save for the Pecorino Bravado. Constantly damage enemies sounds really, really good. Where's that hand injury? Minus 1 muscle? How do I fix that? More belligerent fairies. Not more belligerent than usual, just more of them. Oh, that is a lot of fairies. Ah, a gun? How many attacks does it get? Thank you, Mosquito. That was very handy. Okay. 5 HP on this. How much do I do? 11 spooky damage. Ooh. So you, and then this one has... It's kind of nice having a familiar that attacks instead of just heals me. Well, that one's gonna die from poison no matter what, so we'll just... Ooh. So what does she do? Molly button shoot a random enemy for 1 damage 7 times. Kneecap fairy gunmother. What? Oh, fairy gunmother is that. Cap knee. Reducing their muscle. This removes... Okay, so this says damage and reduces muscle. I see. Neat. Fairy charm, fairy dust. Spooky armor. Plus 3 to magical weapon attacks. Well, this thing is horrible. Must be meant to scare humans away. Take it back to your room. Oh, seriously? You want to take this obviously evil, obviously extremely ugly statue back to your room? The room where you sleep? Yes. You're not going to be able to drag it out of here with fairies still running loose in the area. Ah, good point. 180 meat! Okay. There are a lot of fairies guarding that nest. Must be something good inside. That's a gun. Hey, leave Molly alone. Hey, good pick, Mosquito. Oh, so Mosquito only heals me, doesn't... Ah, I see. You have 5, you have 8, you have... Or you have 3... Okay. Ooh. Fairy Wackadoo. Fairy Mush Tender. It's nice having a new mystical weapon. Fairy Knife, Fairy Dust. Oh, Buzz grows stronger. I'm vibrating with nest-related excitement. Oh, so you just get those... Alright. Curious, the inside is totally overgrown with sweet moss. Sweat moss? It's uncomfortably warm and uncomfortably moist. Oh. Ah, there are a lot of fairies guarding that nest. Ooh, that is a lot of fairies. Ow? that a razor blade? Weird. Thank you, Buzz. It'd be nice if Buzz also healed from doing that, but I'll take what I can get. So you have 3. Oh, 2 of you are big. Molly does 7 damage, so it should be fine if I do this. Actually, these 2 up top will die from... No, they have 1 layer of poison. That won't kill them. Okay. I wish I had an AoE spell. And then I'll use a big attack on this one. And Molly should get this one. Oh, she attacked any enemies. Oh, it worked out. Fairy Knife Wand Core. Well, hold on a second. What is that? Make any weapon into a wand, which will use your mysticality to determine its damage. Ooh. Well, now hang on a second. Actually, this is like a top tier weapon already. But I will certainly keep that in mind for the future. Cheese Grater Ring. What? Parmesan Missile deals 2 additional damage. Unlike these rings that boost effects of your spells. It's a cool idea. Alright, you're coming with me. You drag the horrible sculpture to the bus stop. A bus arrives and refuses to pick you up because of the horrible sculpture. I mean, you spend the next several hours dragging it back to your room. Nice. Pretend to fight it. Fairy Fisticuffs. Oh no, I want... Oh, I have enough experience. Give me Pecorino Bravado. 3 to melee weapon. Okay. Tickle. What is this? Someone has given you a nightstand. There's a briefcase and a note on top. Take one and read the other. The quality of your work at the distillery has been noted as excellent. We will contact you in a telephonular manner with further opportunities. Briefcase full of meat. Honest work for dishonest pay. Ooh, okay. I've got my meat supplies back up. That's good. I got one message. Call Don T. Don Toblerone verbalizing. Hi Don, it's me. Ah, splendiferous. Kudos on your triumphal completion of my previous assignation. You're welcome. Is that all? In fact, I have another item of business to be actionated, which I believe to be suited marvelously to one of your skills. Which one? No, I mean, well, regardlessly, we require that you proceed apace to Crystal Dream Lake, wherein it's located a purveyor of tools and implements of construction. Say again. You might vernacularize this as a hardware store. Alright, you guys run out of cement or something? We have a necessitude that you will perform upon this place of business that we categorize a shakedown. There you meet? No, we are merely desirous the local commercialists, retail emporia feel a measure of intimidation. Okay, I guess I can handle that. Hardware store, you say? Oh, the hardware store is where I'm going. Your meandering hike takes you near the lake, which may not have been reflected in the map display, but you'll just have to suspend your disbelief on that one. Molly picks up a flat stone and skims it expertly across the water. Nice one. Thanks. Hey, Buck, how big a rock do you think you can chuck? Raw muscle isn't exactly my forte, but I guess I'll do all right. You pick up a fist-sized rock and pitch it into the lake with a splash. A loud plonk follows close behind, and you turn to see Molly picking up a softball-sized rock with a grin. That's impressive. I may look like a girly girl, but my Tommy's got a kick like a mule. Gotta keep the rust off of these pistons, you know? Is Tommy your boyfriend? That sounds kind of... My girlfriend's name is Nancy. Tommy is short for M1921 Thompson submachine gun. Alright, I knew that. She heaves another large rock into the lake. You try your best to match her, but it's not much of a contest. Nancy. Oh, I don't need this. Continue on your way. Oh, nuts. Hold the line. I stepped in some kind of weird mushrooms. Spores all over my good dancing shoes, for crying out loud. Dancing as in actual dancing or as in back alley shootout? Why do I want a different pair for each? They ain't that dissimilar. She wipes the spores off of her high heels with a leaf. She's doing this all in high heels? Wow. And hands it to you as though you'll know what to do with it. Okay. Off the side of the dirt road, you see a little trail of mushrooms. You follow it for a while, and then find that it leads to a cave whose mouth has been choked by mushrooms. Choked? Yeah, choked by mushrooms. Those things are bad for you. Check out the cave. This map is very large. It feels very spread out. Oh. Ah, this huge writhing mass of fungus must be the reason they call this place Mushroom Mountain. Is there nothing else to do but... Oh, those are mushroom people, alright. Wow, that was a very good perk to get. Between the poison damage and the constant damage, you've reduced the amount of fungus in the mountain by a small amount. There's still a lot of fungus remaining. Mushman Spear, Mushroom Steak. Muscle plus 3. Is it just always the same? Well, these guys actually have quite a bit of defense against stench, I guess. Mush Mother. Ah, they were going to summon things, I see. Buzz grows stronger. Is this just infinite mushroom fights? What is that large, chunky fellow? Okay, so Mushroom Poisoner, I'm going to take care of you. Mushman Feeder tends to feed itself and its allies. Okay. So this place is just for infinite XP farming, I guess? Oh. This is the berries. I ain't gotten this many fights in ages. What, you don't do a lot of fighting for the mob? Ah, they're all wet. Always giving me an earful. Shooting up the place is bad for business, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Her moxie goes up. Alright, wander. Oh, this again. Actually, let me see before I get away from this place. Maybe there's something more to this. What was it called? Just Mushroom Cave? Mushroom Mountain. Infinite number of mushrooms. Oh, that looked like a spoiler. I'm not going to read that. There might be a new mechanic somewhere here. The stench of death hangs heavily from the trees in this glade, but this is curious. On the forest floor, a handful of standing stones is displayed scattered with no regard to order. Arrange them. With the stones arranged in the pattern of a thumbs up, the trees are visibly rejuvenated. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is... Oh, off the side of the road, of the dirt road you're walking down, you see a patch of blood moss growing on a bone tree. Okay, it's not a bone tree. It's just a normal dead tree. I just thought it would sound cooler if I said it was a bone tree. Hematic Ichor. Sure. A gaggle of Boy Scouts around a campfire plead with you for a scary story, for their scoutmaster, as they say, has proven frightfully unfrightening. Yes, all the boys are crying now. Oh. I don't need this. I'll take that, though. In a thickly overgrown and essentially sunless part of the woods, you happen across two large and burly vampires. They seem pretty ticked off. They're growling menacingly, shoving each other around, and so forth. Some kind of a spooky territory dispute, or maybe one of them drank a tourist that the other was saving for a special occasion? The nature of their argument is unclear. What is clear is that these guys are very strong, and you'd better be pretty sure of yourself if you plan to fight. If you plan to do something before they notice you, break it up. All right, you knuckleheads, break it up. You step between the two vampires and shove them away from each other. What the? Hey, don't give me none of your lip. We run a nice establishment here. You two want to go? If you want to fight, you can do it someplace else. Go on, get out of here. Two vampires shuffle away, muttering. One of them angrily throws his hat on the ground. Vampire skull cap. Okay, and stay out. Okay, this again. I'm getting plenty of that stuff now. This again. Okay, another log thing. Oh, somewhere nearby you hear singing, a languid, sultry, wordless tune that makes your feet turn of their own accord and leads you off the path and deeper into the forest. Your senses feel numbed, as though you're walking through a thick fog, and it's getting difficult to brain. After a short time, you arrive at the edge of the small clearing. A pale woman in a long red dress is lounging on a rock, shaded by the branches overhead. She smiles when she sees you and reaches out her hand, gesturing for you to approach. Your feet start to shuffle forward. Resist her call. You grit your teeth in concentration and shake your head violently. The fog clears from your mind just enough to give you one more move. That move is to flip the woman a very rude two-handed gesture. Her eyes widen in shock and she stops singing. With that, you manage to wrest enough control over your feet to turn and run away with your hands over your ears. Let's do one more and then I'll head to the store. Okay. Store. Uh-huh. After a short hike, you find a small hardware store nestled in the sparse woods surrounding the lake. It's the very model of a down-home country hardware store, except it doesn't have any old-timers sitting out front chewing the fat. Maybe it's their day off, or maybe they ran out of fat. Let's see, one muscle. Huh. Nice man asking for candy. Neat. This barrel has a joke price tag on it, 10,000 meat. A barrel of rusty nuts and bolts in case you want to buy some garbage, I guess. Paints in all of this season's trendiest patented colors, such as Ultra Crimson and Onion Cyan and Cucumber Red. What? You don't understand the purpose of any of these tools. The shelf is labeled ineffective pesticides. You're the proprietor, I presume? Yep, welcome to the Valley Hardware, best hardware store in the Crystal Dream Valley. Because of selection or the prices? Because it's the only hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley. Haha. Been a long time since I got to use that joke. Don't get many new customers or new jokes. What can I do for you? Ask about a valve? Oh, sure. It was a Glaxton. A Glaxton valve? Well, shucks. They stopped making those things nearly a decade ago. Guess there's a slight chance there's still one in the back room. Ain't been back there since termites got at the inventory. Maybe after it got flooded. Anyway, it's a real biblical style of disaster back there. Here, I'll unlock the door for you so you can take a look around. If you can find a Glaxton valve in that mess, you're welcome to it. Thanks. Mind your step in there. Candy? Hard candy. He pulls a piece of hard candy out of a jar under the counter and hands it to you. Thanks. What do you have for sale? Battery. Gain 1 AP. Ooh, comfy hat lining. 3 max HP to a hat. Cooking with power tools. Stilton splatter. 3 C's damage to 3 different enemies. Okay. More of these fuses. And matches. I'll take those too. And I'll take this. And I'll take the stone. Well, how much money do I have still? I'll take these. Oh, they're automatically equipped. They're just loud. Okay. Propose a shaking? I've been asked to shake up some of your merchandise. Come again? There's some mob guys who want to intimidate you for some reason, so they sent me to here to shake things up or down. Something like that. Huh, well those cans of paint over there could use a good shaking. I ain't got around to it for a while. Okay, sounds good. Can't say I feel particularly intimidated, though. Okay. Oh. These boxes would be perfect for storing a collection of mildewed clothes. Oof. Nasty trash. Pile of waterlogged garbage. Seepage has caused concrete to become set in its ways. It's a good thing you don't care what month it is because its calendar is worthless. What about the desk? The shelf is empty, but even the emptiness is somehow dirty. Why are there a bunch of doors back here? How much of a door has to be gone before it doesn't count as a door anymore? There's something wrong with this door in a way that termites and flooding doesn't readily explain. Step through it? Ooh, it's all sepia. You step through the hole in the door and immediately feel a sickening lurch in your stomach and a burst of, "This was a bad idea," in your mind. Like when you hit the first drop on a traveling carnival's rusty and hastily assembled roller coaster. After a moment, when the feeling has subsided enough, you open your eyes and look around. Looks like you're still in the same place you were, except someone came in and cleaned everything up while you weren't looking? Huh. Stacks of boxes. Make some stuff. Ooh. Maybe I'll make myself one. Where's that bomb? Yeah. Okay. Shelves full of neatly organized hardware that definitely hasn't been destroyed yet. There's a 1917 calendar on the wall by the desk. It looks brand new. As you leave the storeroom, the shopkeeper spins around and you both stare at each other in surprise. You because the shopkeeper looks quite a bit younger than he did when you went in there, and him because, "Hey now, what in the heck were you doing in my back room? And how'd you get back there without me seeing you? I'm a termite inspector." "I didn't call for any termite inspector." "No, I do surprise inspections so the termites won't find out in advance." "How'd you get past me?" "I'm very good at my job." "Well, I don't expect you found any termites. I make my own custom pesticide." "Yes, it seems to be pretty effective. I might have to go back in there for a follow-up check later, though." "It's fine, I suppose. Just don't move stuff around too much. I like to keep it tidy back there." "No problem." The shelf is laden with dangerous pesticides that you're pretty sure were banned years ago. Okay, so this dialogue's all the same. Not for sale. Gleaming nuts and bolts. Okay, so it's time travel. Regular gray, regular yellow, and traditional yellow. It's their hardware store guy back when he was younger, or is younger. Welcome to Valley Hardware, best hardware store in Crystal. Okay, selection or prices. Well, shucks, nobody's ever asked me to justify that claim before. Is it because it's the only hardware store in the Valley? That's a good one, I'll have to remember that. I'm sure you will. What can I do for you? Outhouse rentals? You're renting outhouses? I mean, you're renting outhouses? Yep, at least I was. Now that indoor plumbing is starting to get popular, there's no market for them anymore. Just got the one left, and after that, I'm calling it quits on putting up new ones. Something else? Buy one of those Glaxton valves? Sorry, fella, government fellas bought out my entire stock. What? Yeah, for the big dam they're building. I can order you one, though. How long would that take? 6 to 8 weeks. Would you mind holding onto it for me if I'm not back right away? Oh, sure, that's no problem. How long you figure? 11 years. What? No. Forget how I said that's not a problem. Well, nuts. Listen, I can tell you they bought a heap more Glaxton valves than what they're going to need for that dam. If you go up the work site, you might get the foreman to sell you one of their spares. Where is it? Southeast end of the valley. You got a map? Well, I have a postcard. Crystal Dream Lake? Never heard of that. Well, it's got a little picture of a dam on it, see? Or, on it there, see? It's at the same place relative to here. Great, thanks. What does he sell? Oh, he has different inventory, but it's mostly the same stuff. Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything on the other side of this door. Weird. You don't know when you are, much less where. Oh, so I can't leave? Wait. Can I rent the last one? 200 meat up front for the installation and half that each month afterward for maintenance. What maintenance do you do? I dump some powdered lime down the hole, clean out the ventilation pipes, check for splinters, and once the pit starts to get full, I'll move the outhouse over a couple of yards and dig a new one for you. Plus, you get a free subscription to the local newspaper. Okay. Ooh. The mushrooms. The mushroom cave? That's an odd choice. Nobody goes mushroom picking there anymore on account of the monsters. Monsters? Well, that's the rumor. You ask me, someone just ate the wrong kind of mushroom and got a bad case of the giblies. Strong bad? Anyway, I'll get the pit dug tomorrow and have the outhouse finished the day after. What else can I do for you? Okay. So now I go to the present. And I go to the cave. Oh, two of those hovering shadow orbs float up to you. They look basically like the ones you saw before. That is, they look like nothing, or perhaps holes in everything. But these ones move with purpose, and that purpose is menace. The two orbs squint at you, and Dark Noel's voice echoes inside your head in a way that makes your eardrums itch. Well, well, it isn't my favorite holiday party crasher. Perhaps I need to be more explicit about the fact that you weren't invited? I don't really get the holiday thing. I like Crimbo, okay? It's my thing and I'm sticking with it. You must have had a weird childhood. That's none of your business, and neither is the rest of this investigation or whatever you think you're doing. You need to learn to keep your nose out of other people's affairs. I'm just trying to find my uncle. How about you keep your nose out of my affairs? What a disagreeable little urchin you are. Do you know what naughty children find in their crimbo stockings? Yeah, a festive cheese log. You swirl your hands in a mystical pattern and launch a cheese log covered in chopped almonds and napalm at the orbs. Darknell's screech can be heard through the explosion. Ah, that's it. You're on the very naughty list now. Next time we meet, I'm really gonna deck your halls. They vanish in little puffs of smoke. Fa la la la, jerk. Ooh, that's a cool. This is gonna be cool. The temporal anomaly does not look inviting at all. Non-violence appears to be a non-option here. Oh, I didn't bring my buddy. That's dangerous. Thank you for the heal. Oh, wow. I already forgot how good that was. That did 3 damage that time. Mushman Spear, Fragrance Force. Okay, so that's... You taught those mushrooms a lesson you're not certain they actually had the capacity to remember or forget. Oh. Why does it say massacre? More malevolent moving mushroom men. Delicious spores. 3 max HP. Oh. That's a problem. Oh, that's a big problem. Okay, so you definitely have to go first. Mushroom Explode Spore. Just sitting there. When it's destroyed, it will poison your entire team for 4. Okay, well this guy has to... The little guy has to go. And then the Mush Mother will die from poison next turn. And then the big one... So this thing is harmless as long as you don't kill it? Oh, oh, okay. You have once again asserted the superiority of mammals over mushrooms. Buzz got stronger. How's my experience? Ooh, 142. Now what's considered a magical weapon attack? Actually, I'm gonna go for this. More AP would be even better. The third and final group of hostile fungi. Well, at least the big guy that buffs everything is at the bottom now. Oh. Horrible. Wow, okay. So you have 2 HP, so I'll take care of you. You have 1 and you're poisoned. And then big boy gets... Oh, you're actually not that strong. And then I'm going to kill it with my AoE. There we go. You've reduced the number of ambulatory mushrooms in this cave to 0. What is this? Based on its unnatural appearance and aura, you say this is the source of the bad mushroom magic. Ooh, an axe. Whoever misplaced this axe apparently did not know that trees do not generally grow in caves. A woodcutting axe. Ooh, that actually does a lot. So now, when I go to the present... Oh, the cave is open. Oh, I could have... But then I lost out on grind. Oh. Glowing goo. Glowing ooze. Okay. Wait. Oh, never mind. It's not infinite. Is that really all that's here? You do that to get rid of the mushrooms blocking the door, and it's just to get... That seems like a waste. Unless that axe is important for something, but I don't know. And 40 more experience. Okay. I guess we'll head back to the shop and move the outhouse somewhere else. This is kind of a cool mechanic. Alright, we'll continue this in the next episode though, so thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll have the next stuff up real soon, but until then, bye.